in high school. And ever since then, like my goals would always be like, this is not where I just want dance to be, you know. I want to level up. I always want to level up. And I want to grow as a dancer. And that is exactly what happened.
Oh, so that's wonderful. Leveling up. You knew you wanted to grow as a dancer. So the big question is, how long have you been doing dancing?
So I've been dancing since the age of 12. Yeah, since the age of 12. And I'm 22 years old now. So it's been like 10 years. But it feels like I've been dancing since I came out of the womb. Literally.
Wow. Okay. Since you came out of the womb. Wow, that's an interesting statement. Um, so I told you I'm gonna throw one question at you, which I didn't prepare you for. What was your first TikTok video? If you still remember your very, very, very first TikTok video, what it was, where you are, and how old you are. I'm gonna give you a few minutes just to think about that very first video, which you thought, wait, I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna open this phone, I'm gonna open this app, and I'm gonna show whoever's watching this video. You were sitting there, you were thinking, let's do it. Did it come to mind yet? Or do you? Okay, so let's take a listen what that first video was.
So you wouldn't believe it, but it was actually in matric. That was 2020, yes, COVID. It was on the day of my valedictory. I came home, but I didn't go home. I went to my ex-boyfriend's house. I went to my ex-boyfriend's house, and I was like, you know what? Let's do this challenge. And it was it was a challenge that went like this. That challenge. I'm not sure if you guys know the challenge, but yeah, yeah, that challenge. Um, I think ever since then I was like, let's do this. Like, you know, why not? Why not show others that I can also, you know, be be on this app? Because I mean, TikTok was n- initially a platform for mostly Americans, I would say. And then South Africa came into play, and South Africa took over, as we should though. But yes, that is the day that I started doing a TikTok.
And how many years ago was that, more or less?
Hmm. 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. 6 years ago. But say 5 years ago. But also I had stopped for like for a short period of time because that was when I didn't want to be on social media anymore. And then I just stopped doing TikToks and I got off everything. And then I just joined recently again. So yeah.
And I know you mentioned now that how TikTok has its positives. Everyone's seen you have a community. Everyone is there with you. Everyone's supportive. And how you said, so Africa also came onto TikTok. And how we are going and we're going with, like, let's say we're going with the times. We're going with different genres and different music. So with that being said, as you know, on social media, there's the good and then there's also the bad. So there's going to be one question which I'm going to ask about how, for example, how you go live on a daily basis. So how do you handle the critiques which people give you, or maybe if you're doing a video and someone sees a move and then they will, you know how, and then people critique and then they're like, you could have done that, you could have done this. I wouldn't have started the video like that. My intro would have. So how, and this is also for other content creators, other dancers. Like, how would you say one should handle that critique?
Wow. So basically, at first I was very worried about what others would say about me and what others would say about my dancing. But then I realized, you know what? If someone can do it better than me, then by all means you can say whatever you want to. You know what I'm saying? But also recently I realized, and I think it's Ricky Funny Frontline that made this post on TikTok. he said that someone asked him what does he do when he get like critiques on his videos and whatever. He said he just delete them. And that is exactly what I've been doing. Like, I would look at the comment and I'll be like, okay, this is what you think of me. Boops, deleted. Because at the end of the day, it's your opinion. And there's nothing that I can do about your opinion. That is how you see me, but that is not how that is not how I see myself. So even like if someone should say like, why are you twerking in your video? Like, kids are watching. It's dancing. Not everything should be made sexually. Not everything should be sexualized, for example. And I hate that especially like men on the app have this perception of females when they see us dancing. Like, for example, we can't wear too short shorts. We can't wear too short skirts because, oh, they're gonna now say something about us wearing that certain type of clothing. But at the end of the day, yet the stores are selling them, and we are buying them. So what are we supposed to do with the clothing? You get what I'm saying? So I just hate that the perception of males are diabolical most of the times, and it kind of upsets me also because when I go live, I get critics like, or not even critics, I get like ugly comments, like nasty comments, um, sexually. Yes, you may.
So I get what you mean. You say that TikTok has its positives, it has its negatives. It has people that are not there on the app for the enjoyment. They see dancing in another light. They see clothing in another light. They see certain individuals in another light. So what you said is you just delete the comments. Straight up deleting comments and then go on with your day. Going on with your day. So on the whole topic of dance, content creation, because we can say you're into content creation. If you look at all your videos, it's not just about dance, it's different aspects. So dive into that. How is the future looking like for yourself? Like on the app, off the app, dance, not dance related. How is, if you can, say how it's looking. You don't need to reveal everything. You can just reveal it in bits and pieces because some people believe that they don't say everything too soon because you don't want it out there before it actually happens. So if you can just give bits and pieces just about what the future is looking like.
So basically, I recently finished my HR internship at the Saps. I studied HR. Um, HR is literally like a backup for me. I'm not saying that my dancing is not going to take me places because I soulfully believe that my dancing is going to take me places. It's going to take me very far. Um, but I studied HR because of a backup. So if, for example, God forbid that I break an ankle or something happens to my arm, I can go into a job. You get what I'm saying? Whereas most other dancers do not think about what if. They do not think about the what ifs. But my future, um, I really want so much. I really want to do so much, not only for me, but for the community, for other young kids as well. Um, I'm going to Dubai next year with my crew. We just did a competition and we placed second. It takes place in July 2026. I'm very pumped about it because we couldn't go this year actually because of funds. So hopefully it all goes well and we'll be able to represent South Africa on the other side of the world. Um, but to be honest with you, I do not know what my future holds. I can't dictate. All I can do is pray and you know and the only person that knows what will happen for me is the Almighty. And I soulfully trust in Him. I trust and believe in His plans for my life. Um, and regardless of the negatives that may come with it, I'm here and I'm willing to fight for whatever it takes because I know that I want to be a dancer for the rest of my life. So, yeah.
Wow. Wow, the Dubai thing, the HR, the content creation. You really have a lot. And as you said, the Almighty alone knows All we can do is put the praise out there, and then He guides us. Like sometimes, quite literally in our life, He will guide us. Go this route, that route, this route. And as you say, you think about the future. What if you hurt your ankle? What if you hurt this? You're thinking of the future. You're not just doing it for now. You're living for. So with that being said, I heard you said about communities. You want to inspire, and in other words, you want to be that pillar of hope. Like as when I opened the interview, I said it's good to have inspirational stories, females that are here that are showing other females that you can do it. No matter where you come from, no matter where you stay in, what you have doesn't mean where you're going. If you're in poverty, it doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You can become greater. So with that being said, I want to jump to, let's say, our final question is your message for that young girl, either on TikTok, either on your socials, or either listening. What would be your message to her? She has the dream, she has the goal, but for her, you can probably sometimes relate. She doesn't know what to do with what's happening here. So like she's sitting there, she's listening, she's thinking, what am I gonna do? She's maybe on high school, maybe on primary school, but she has a goal, she has a dream. But circumstances making look like it's not gonna be a reality. So like what would be your message to her today and telling her that look, this and that. So I'm gonna hand the mic to you too.
Sorry. I really get emotional when I need to speak to the young kids out there, to the teenagers. But you know what, no? I think one of the saddest parts of growing up in my community, coming from Lavendale, everyone's like, ooh, that's where they shoot gun. Ooh, that is where the killers are. But you know what? There are good people that come out of Lavendale. Soccer players, um, dancers, artists, you name it. It's not everyone, it's the area. And the reason why I get so emotional is because we are all labeled like that. Just because we come out of a community that is so rough, everyone thinks that we are rough too. But we have very good hearts, if I should say so myself. But coming back to your question, I just feel like the young people do not know what there is out of Lavendale. They do not know what is all that they know is Lavendale, right? All that they know is, you know what, we're gonna now shoot gun. They're selling drugs on the corner, that is where I must go buy it. Daga, lean, all this mad, crazy business stuff. That is all that they know. And that is sad. Even like as a parent, sometimes they do not know what to do. They do not know what to say to these kids of their own, because they haven't seen life itself. All that they know is where they grew up, and they've been there forever and a day, and all that they know is poverty. And here I am today telling you, as a female, to the young girl out there, to the young boy out there, that is not life. That is not life at all. I was told by family members that life, dancing is not going to take you anywhere. You're not going to make a living out of dancing. But do you know what? It's the one thing that keeps me alive. It's the one thing that takes me out of depression. It's the one thing that takes me away from my anxiety. We walk around not knowing what the next person goes through, and I say this almost all the time. When I enter my lives, when I leave my lives, I'm always like, be kind to those around you. People do not carry their hearts on their sleeves. People do not carry around their tattoos, or their tattoos may not show like who they are, and we do not also ask like, how has your day been? How are you? Are you okay? A greeting doesn't even take a minute, But all we can do is show kindness to other people, And show kindness to ourselves also, because we also matter as much as the next person does. But to all the youngsters out there, I just want to say that this life is hard. You in matric now, you're saying, I can't wait to finish school. Lovey, yeah, it's crazy out here, it's hectic out here. But go for what you want, man. Go for gold. And continue going for gold. Because nobody else is gonna give it to you unless you go for it yourself. And the world is your oyster. Honestly, the world is your oyster. I'm sitting here today not knowing what is in store for me tomorrow. I don't know if I have a gig lined up tomorrow. I don't know if Nelson Mandela is going to rise from the dead and tell me, Galika, I want you to go and dance at Parliament. You get what I'm saying? We do not know. But all that we know is we live for the now. We live in the moment. But do not forget where life may take you. And I'm not scared to say where I come from. Not at all. I used to be so scared because I'm just like, people's going to judge me. They're going to be like, you're Lavendale. Do you know how that place look and stuff? But you know what? I am not afraid to say who I am. And I'm not afraid to say it out loud and where I come from. And this journey has been immaculate. I'm so grateful for my journey. If it wasn't for my parents, I would have not been here. You know? And you know what they say about family and family drama and whatever, but that doesn't faze me. Own lane, own pace, own race. My coach, Shamir, always told me, your dancing will make room for you, your talent will make room for you. And I swear that is the most perfect words I've ever heard in my life. Because I can now bust a move, and people will watch me and they'll smile. And that is the most inspiring thing I've seen, you know, when I'm on stage, when I'm off stage, when I'm just doing whatever, you know. But it's what I love to do. It's my passion. I do it because I'm passionate about it, you know. And whatever you do it with your passion. I know that most of us go into jobs that we don't even like, but we need to be there because of the money. We need to pay bills, you know. We need to take care of our families. But whatever you can do it with your whole heart, man. Even if you don't want to be there, show up. Show up and show up suma lekker. Show up suma lekker, very lekker. Wake up with a smile on your face. And just be there, be present, you know. And even if your boss scalds you out, it's fine. Don't let him change your mood. Don't let she change your mood. Because you know that you are there for a purpose. We all have a purpose and we all want to fulfill that purpose. So just be lekker and be happy and be true to yourself. Stay true to yourself and be authentic. If you feel like you now want to shout in your office, shout in your office. If that's what's gonna make you happy. If you feel like you want to stand up and dance, dance. Dance because that's what's gonna make you happy. And do not let anyone tell you otherwise, because that is who you are, and I believe that. That is who I am. I'm this crazy garlic girl that everyone knows, and that's fine with me, you know. But get to know me also, man. Get to know me also, because sometimes we pretend so much on social media that we are not the same in person. And I get that a lot. But what you see is who I am. This is who I am. I am garlic girl. I am G. I am Galika, and I am grateful for who I am. Thank you, Nathaniel.
Now I should thank you. That's it's such an inspiration to see what you're doing. When I thought of interviewing you, okay, I don't think I took so long to reach out. Okay, kinda, I took long to reach out, but yeah, we got you on this platform. You probably thought that I was playing, no, but yeah, but I was like, when to get you, man, and so I was like, no, October, because we almost at the end of the year. The matriculants started right in finals, so I purposely took you now in October to just be that pill of hope, to show matriculants, as you spoke about, don't be excited always for the end of high school, because we now see when people always told us life is not always easy, then we were like, No, that person just saying it so because they want us. But it's true. When teachers told us, guys, it's not easy outside these four walls,
You didn't believe them. You didn't.
we were in disbelief. So that's why I on purposely took you now in October, so that someone that's studying, someone that want to give up hope, someone that don't want to finish matric can hear your story and be like, look here, parts of that is me. Substance use is me. Gangsterism, I grew up in that. Poverty, I grew up in that. Area, I grew up in that. Because almost everyone has something that they can take away from today's episode, session, as well as interview. Someone has something which they can take away. Every bit and piece goes with someone. So I once again want to say thank you to you. Thank you to your viewers, as well as to everyone in Inspire Elsies Radio. Whether you tune in on our app, as well as on our website. This is Guy, Garlic Roll, as well as she is signing out. We want to say thank you for making the trip, and may the journey back be.
Thank you so much.
May you be safe on your journey back.